NNF After Dark is brought to you by Sandpiper Vacations. For all of your vacation planning needs, visit www.sandpipervacations.com. Tell them that the No New Friends podcast sent you.
Welcome to NNF After Dark. Chris is going to take you through the highlights of the previous episode and maybe even say some bad words, plus celebrity interviews and much, much more. And now, here he is, the scumbag reselling hoarder himself, Chris Yob.
Yeah, I'm not Chris. I haven't paid to get a new intro, so Chris is not hosting After Dark anymore. I'm hosting After Dark. And who am I? Well, I'm Scott, the host of the No New Friends podcast. Duh. And this is No New Friends After Dark, or during dark. It's sometime in the night, where we peel back the layers of life, the onion, if you will, the parfait, the cream pie, whatever has layers, we're peeling it back. Maybe you got a second-degree sunburn and you're peeling the skin layers back. You know, you never know. There's so many different layers that you can pull back. Like I said, I'm Scott from the No New Friends podcast, and with me always is our emotional support king, Nick from Sandpiper Vacations. Nick, how are you?
That's me. I'm amazing, and I'm here.
Yes. And then also you have, I don't know why I'm talking like an NPR host, but here we are. We also have from the No New Friends podcast, Chris. Chris, how are you?
I could tell you how I am. It would take a long time, so I really don't think you were asking me how I am. I think it was just for the sake of introducing me. So
it's
I
kind of
will
like
just spare you
ASMR a
that,
little bit
just let
too.
you
I kind of got turned on.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
So in the last episode, we started talking about a little bit of guest rooms.
Hand jobs?
No. Well. Yeah, that was after. We weren't recording during that. But we talk about guest rooms and you know, having guests over and decorations and yada yada yada. So I wanted to kind of ask you guys, you know, if there's any horror stories of when guests have stayed at your house or when you've stayed at other houses.
Ooh, horror stories. Yeah, one of my cousins.
Horror, not horror.
Oh no horror stories. No.
Horror, like spooky and scary. Not
on my end. Mm-mm.
So we had one, I guess, that. So Sean has this big beanbag chair that folds out into a queen size bed. So we had a lot of guests over one time, and we had.
I'm sorry, you can't just breeze over that. I'm sorry. You have to explain how that works. I just can't fathom how a beanbag chair.
It's not the so Lovesack has one, but this is not the Lovesack version.
We have a Lovesack.
It's the cheap version. Of course you do, because you have money.
No idea.
So it's a giant beanbag chair that it's got a bed basically inside of it, a queen size.
If you flatten it out, it's a queen size bed.
Yeah, it's pretty comfortable. We use it in our basement right now since our couch hasn't arrived yet. And
hold on, Scott. A basement is something that they have in the north. It's a room underneath the house, like underground.
Thanks for explaining that, Scott.
Yeah, no
Scott. So our friends stayed over, and their daughter slept in the bed and wet herself.
I knew that's
in the beanbag.
That's where it was going.
In the beanbag. So it's not.
And you're using that as a couch right now?
Yeah. So it's not something you can. It's not something you can wash easily because you can't take the cover off because it's just filled with a bunch of ball type things.
Wait, is this the Lovesack?
It's not. We don't have money, Scott.
Oh, okay.
Because you haven't booked the vacation through me, so it's it's a knockoff brand Lovesack beanbag chair.
Oh, because I was going to say the Lovesack is like fully washable. You can take the cover off and get that thing washed. That's why we bought the Lovesack.
So how I make my money is when a client not only contacts me to book a vacation, they let me know that the No New Friends podcast sent them, but they actually booked the vacation too, Scott. and then they
Nick.
then they travel on it. So something that Chris
if someone
did.
contacts you, perfect example. But you're trying to tell me that if someone says they're going to book a vacation through you and they contact you about it and everything, you don't make any money off of that.
I don't make money when they just contact me and then they ghost me.
All right, listen, motherfucker.
Yeah.
The vacation calendar is coming to me, and once I see what's open, I was just talking about this with Rachel last night. I said, okay, once the vacation calendar gets to me, we're going to look at February or March for our trip to the Dominican, and then we got to loop Nick back in because he's not being passive aggressive at all about the fact that I stopped talking to him about it.
I'm just talking about how I have a client that hasn't booked through me. So back to guests. So we now have a beanbag bed that might be urinated on a little bit.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's not ideal. That's not ideal at all.
Chris, do you have anything at all? Chris, anything?
My dog peed on my couch before. I sold it on Craigslist, though. Never told him about the pee. That's how you do it. It's a lot of Febreze.
All right. Picture it. Winter Garden, April 2021. So
that's when I was
there. That is when you were there.
I'm nervous.
So Chris and Emily come down to visit from the great state of New Jersey. And we've got, Joe from Diz His, Mary, everybody stayed at my house. And so I was so excited to just hang out with Chris and all that until I realized that Chris is a slob. So I go into the bathroom. Yes, I go into the bathroom. All the towels that he used from his super long shower, just all over the floor. And I'm like, I bet you that Chris is one of those just towel on the floor people. I'm like, I know we put the mint on the nightstand and the water bottle. And I'm like, but this is not a goddamn hotel. Like, you don't just throw your towels on the floor.
You know what? No, go on. If I did anything else.
No, that's it.
Yeah, you know what I think it is? I'm not a slob. Because I do hang my towel up. Actually, my towel's on the floor of the bedroom the other day. I had to use Emily's. And then I forgot to switch them. So because I didn't know she was getting a shower that night, she had to dry off with a damp towel. Anyway, I think that because of the water bottle and the mints and having what I thought was my own bathroom, I think I treated it like a hotel. I have no respect. I have no respect at hotels. I steal everything and I leave shit all over the place.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I do leave a tip. We had to order more poopery because that was all gone. Chris was stealing our little shampoo. We had to restock the entire guest bathroom.
Poopery was mine after I figured out how well it was. 'Cause I am a nervous pooper. I cannot poop unless I'm totally calm. And yeah, the poopery. Boom. I have one in every bathroom. One is probably still Scotch. Just kidding. I think it's used up in a week. Use 10 squirts. I think you're supposed to use 10. It's woo. Yeah, you know what? I think probably because I thought that was my own private bathroom. I probably just didn't. Yeah, I have no respect in hotel rooms, Scott. As soon as I'm done with the towel, I throw it on the floor because they'll just come and replace it.
Yeah. Well,
you're not the type to hang it up to keep the environment clean or anything?
No.
You don't believe in science?
No, I drive an electric car. They don't have to do that anymore. It evens out.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever I throw a plastic water bottle in the trash and Emily looks at me, she's like, why did you just do that? I was like, I drive an electric car.
You're saving so much more than that.
So much more.
I'm glad you brought this up. Let me tell you something real quick. So we are avid recyclers in my house. Okay. Mm-hmm. We have the trash can for trash. We've got the trash can for recyclables. And every Tuesday I put the trash out. Every Wednesday I put the recycle bin out. We're very, very good about this. Well, so now on our Facebook group, someone's like, okay, a little recycling education. You can't recycle this. You can't recycle that. You can't recycle the plastic bag that's in your trash can.
Oh yeah. Pizza boxes.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, they're making it really, really difficult to recycle. Mm-hmm. And they gave a list of the things you can recycle and there's 4 items. And then the list of things that you can't recycle that you thought you could is 3 pages. I'm still scrolling. It's it's a longer list than Remy's jobs in the last 2 years. I'm like, wow, they really are making it difficult. Can't they just let me just recycle what I think should be recycled, and job security, someone can just go through and pull out the things that I can't recycle.
That's what I do.
See, I have a similar approach but different thinking. I don't believe that a pizza box can't be recycled. How am I throwing a cardboard box away, but then a pizza box can't be recycled? So I just put it in there because I'm like, I'm sure this will be able to get recycled.
Right. I mean, like someone goes through the piles of trash and sorts it, right? Or is it like, oh, there's a pizza box now, the whole bag's got to go?
See, I'm on the opposite end of that. I don't believe that there's somebody there that does that. I believe that it just gets recycled. Like I just have a firm belief that it just will get
That's
recycled.
not my problem anymore.
Like I've tried. It's not my problem.
I pay for somebody to take it, and what they do with it, that's their job. If they want it to be their job.
A lot of it has to do with just not caring.
Yeah.
Too.
So my wife's like
paper towels.
Paper towels. That's recycled. It's paper. Just put recycle bin.
Why? Like if you're telling me you can't recycle a pizza box or a paper towel, find a way to.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
Right.
I feel like there's more pizza boxes than there's anything else in there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Rachel's
that was a dig. Wasn't
okay. So this is what we're gonna do because we bought this green bag now, which is like totally 100% recyclable. And we were told that you can't put that in there. I'm like, what? Like it says recycled. I don't get it. So she's like, okay, from now on, we're just going to put a regular trash bag. And then on the day, we'll go through and throw away into the recycle bin what actually can be recycled. And then the rest will go in the trash. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to sort through it. Like once it's out of my hands and in a receptacle, it's in the receptacle. I'm not going to pull it out of the receptacle I'm not going to sort my trash. Like this is insane now.
And they want you to wash your recycles before you recycle them?
No. Because now
I just like there was a lot of jelly left in the jelly thing that I just threw in the recycles, and I'm like, just make it work. Like you will find a way to recycle this.
Well, yeah, I was doing that. I rinsed out a spaghetti sauce jar, and I'm like, well, now this is a decorative jar for me because, if I'm going to wash it, then it's a dish that I'm going to use from now on.
Well, and then on top of it, now you're wasting water. So where do we win here in this situation?
Wow.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
Yeah, I don't believe in. I refuse to believe that this stuff can't be recycled. So I feel like my belief in the
if it has, I always look to see if it has a little recycling logo thing on at least the jars and stuff like that. If, like you said, pizza box, I just throw it in. It's cardboard.
Yeah, but then the number matters.
The number does matter.
Like if it's a number, if it's like a number 6, you can't recycle. Well, then where do you recycle it? Why does it say I can recycle it? Where am I taking this to?
Right.
Do I have to recycle it? Like, how am I doing this?
Right. Like we're trying to be good for the environment, but they're making it so goddamn difficult. Yeah. Like, figure it out. Why do I have to work for this? Okay, because if you're going to make me work for it, it's just going to all go in the trash. And it's not my problems anyway. It's my kids' problem. Like, they can deal with that in 50 years.
I think it's even my kids' problems. Like, I don't think I'm going to have to even deal with this.
No,
well, you don't think you're going to live that long, or?
Yeah, I know. That's the thing, too. It's like,
I mean,
one way or the other.
Not my planet.
I know that witch that I met at that bar that one night said I don't have much longer left. So
I forgot about her.
I think about her every day.
Is that when? Never mind. So back to guest room. So when I was in like 8th grade, I was in a show, and we traveled to other churches. It was with my church, and it was a musical. And we traveled to nursing homes and other churches. And so we were in Georgia, and like these families would put us up for, as we were performing and all that. So it was like me and like 3 other guys. And then like my mom was our chaperone. So like she was in one room, and then me and the other guys were in this bunk bed and all that. I got super sick, Nick. And I was on the top bunk and threw up all over the wall on this like wood framed bunk bed, like bad. But it was in the middle of the night, and like,
did you just sleep in it?
No, I didn't sleep. No, because I projectile vomited on the wall and down the side of the bunk bed frame. So my friend, sleep. I guess he woke up and he's like, Scott, are you okay? I'm like, no, I'm sick. Go get my mom. Well, he couldn't find her. So we just went back to sleep and let it like sit all night, crusting on this nice wood framed bunk bed. And then so
see, when you said 8th grade, this is not where I pictured the story going, but
Nick's like, let me tell you about the things that I did in 8th grade sleepovers. So it was I'm like super paranoid to stay at people's houses. Like I cannot stay at people's houses anymore because I'm always afraid that I'm going to oversleep or I'm going to get sick or I can't find things. Typically, like, when I was a kid doing slumber parties, like I would get a sheet and I would be freezing all night. So I'm like covering myself with like my duffel bag and all that. It was awful.
Yeah, you would also have to be invited to somebody's house to be able to stay there, so you have nothing to really
you don't have any friends. So I just got back from Florida, and I actually stayed with some friends down in Florida, and it was the first time they just bought a new house, moved in probably about a month and a half ago, so everything wasn't put together just yet. I also realized, I don't know if this is a Florida thing or what, but you guys don't keep the air conditioner on cold.
Like that's not true.
Their house was set at 78.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So I said something because I couldn't sleep the first night, and it was hot the first day, and it started cooling down later in the week. But we keep our house set at 69. Obviously,
of course.
So he turned it down to a comfortable 76 degrees.
It'll do.
Yeah. So
comfortable for him.
Right. So
the devil?
I had a hard time sleeping. Unfortunately, their bed wasn't super comfortable either, but they were great hosts. I'm so glad that I was able to stay with my friends, and the husband would basically, he's like, give me your towels every single day. He's like, I don't like to use towels more than once. So he washed the towels every day. He did my laundry for me.
How scratchy were the towels?
They were actually comfortable.
Really?
Yeah. And they had like the bathroom set
Blink
up
twice if you.
The bathroom was nice with like guests' shampoo bottles and stuff like that. Of course, Disney Cruise Line sponsored. So yeah.
So Nick, we're exceptions. Like even during, it could be 32 degrees outside, and my wife still has the AC set down to like 70, 71.
Yeah.
We like it cold.
Your house is pretty warm. It was kind of hard to sleep.
I will say, good for the environment. We have the Nest thermostats, so if there's not a lot of movement, it thinks that there's nobody there, and so it'll kick back up. But I'm surprised. I usually have to wear a sweatshirt around the house, so I'm sorry that you went through that.
Yeah, it was pretty. That's why I left the towels on the floor. Because a horrible host.
That's why you walk around naked. That's why you're walking around naked the whole time. Just like I'm going to show him. It's too hot in this house.
So Nick, I think that like Floridians do leave their ACs up to 78, and I think that like that's what we were always told. Like, okay, for maximum efficiency, 78, because it'll cool your house and it won't have this huge electric bill, because that's a problem here. Is like, especially during the summer, that electric bill skyrockets. And because it's so damn hot and your ACs work so hard. And that's why like ACs always break during the summer. So I think it's just a little bit of like trying to conserve that AC through the cooler months and all that. Because I would say that if you surveyed Floridians, I would say a very large percentage keep their thermostats at 78.
I mean, it was also like 80 degrees at the theme park the one day, and my friend's like, "Oh, do you need a jacket?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah, that's another Florida thing.
I'm from Ohio. Like, maybe if it was like 50, like we wear flip flops. You wear flip flops when it's above 40, and then maybe a jacket.
Go ahead, Nick.
The thermostat thing. When I didn't have to pay utilities, when it was cold out, I set it like 72. But now, like, I'm walking around the house like with a jacket, and it's like I'm literally wearing a jacket right now, and I'll keep it at like 67, and then drop it to like 62 when Emily's not home. The whole my wife being pregnant thing definitely definitely plays a role in turning it up a little warmer, because happy wife, happy life. That expression has never been truer right now. So it does go up a little more. But I'm a scumbag when it comes to being
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
when it comes to staying at people's houses. Like like, if I'm too warm, I will lower the thermostat myself and just pretend I never did. Like, I just stopped giving a shit because I just need to be comfortable. I didn't. I might have done that at your house, Scott. I think actually, come to think of it, I think I might have lowered the thermostat.
Well, I think I showed you. I was like,
I
hey,
would.
if you get uncomfortable, this is how you mess with
You
thermostat.
definitely didn't say that because I felt very uncomfortable.
Then Rachel did, because we always tell our guests, we're like, hey,
No.
this is how you mess with a thermostat.
Oh no, I'm also not like stupid, so you're probably like this. You know,
I was like, yeah, he'll figure it out. He'll use the Google.
This guy was born with a Nest thermostat.
So, according to the Orlando Weekly, in an effort to cut energy costs, the U.S. Department of Energy now recommends you set your thermostat to 78 degrees Fahrenheit while you're home, 85 degrees while you're gone, and an ungodly 82 when you're asleep. Like, what?
I said it colder when I'm asleep.
Yeah.
It has to be cold so that way you can cover up. Yeah, my friend's like, oh, there's plenty of blankets in here if you need them. I'm like, I don't need them. I need less.
Right.
Like, what's the opposite of that?
Right. Unsurprisingly, there's other bureaus that disagree. Other federal agencies disagree with the Department of Energy's thermostat standards. The Center for Disease Control actually recommends that an occupied indoor dwelling be between 75 degrees and 80.5 in the spring and summer. Now, Florida Power and Light says you need to keep the thermostat below 80 degrees for at least part of the day just to keep your house from being overrun by mold.
Florida sounds amazing.
You want to buy? I'm buying a house there now. Let's do it.
Yeah. When we get home in the summer, if it's set to 78 degrees, it's a sauna. So it's, and ideally the Orlando Weekly is saying thermostat should be set at a reasonable 74 degrees when you're home, 78 when you're gone, and 70 when you're asleep. I couldn't agree more. That's like the perfect temperature settings.
Yeah. Like, I'm okay moving it up during the daytime because I get it, like, help save energy and stuff. But yeah, at nighttime, like, I need cold. I don't need swamp ass.
No.
Especially after being at, like, the theme parks all day for sweaty.
Yes. 100%. 100%. All right. When we come back, we're going to talk about why the gays love the holidays so much. You're listening to No New Friends After Dark.
There are 3 things that I hate in life: taxes, nausea, and booking vacations. The first 2 I'm stuck with, but for the third, I use Sandpiper Vacations. Sandpiper Vacations is a small business that is LGBTQ+ owned and operated with travel advisors all over the country. Whether it's a cruise, a trip to a theme park, or an all-inclusive resort, Sandpiper has you covered. Oh, and I forgot to mention, it's free. Why book a vacation when you can have someone else do it for you? That's like choosing to take the stairs in a building that has an elevator. Leave the headaches of booking a vacation to someone else. Get your quote today at www.sandpipervacations.com and tell them that the No New Friends podcast sent you.
Psst. Hey, you want to join a cult? Well, this might be your lucky day. For just $2 a month and a simple blood oath, you can join our clubhouse and become a friend with benefits. In addition to the amazing feeling of donating to the poor, you will have access to Patreon-exclusive content, live shows, and maybe even a behind-the-scenes look at my secret stash. To get started, head on over to NoNewFriendsPodcast.com and hit Join Our Clubhouse. Can't wait to see you at the initiation ceremony. Oh, and in the chat during our live shows, of course.
Gosh, golly gee, I really hope you enjoy those commercials. And if you didn't, rewind it. Go back the 15, 20, 30 seconds. It's just 2 commercials. It's Chris talking about Sandpiper Vacations. And if you don't listen to that commercial, you're homophobic.
Yes.
And then Sarah talking about joining our Patreon. And if you don't listen to that one, you're anti-Semitic. So,
Pick your poison, bitch.
Yeah, pick your poison, or just listen to it, and then you love all people. All people are created equal, regardless of their race, their religion, their gender, their sexual orientation, etc.
Yeah, Scott just ChatGPT'd how to sound sensitive towards.
Oh wait, that was Scott. I thought I just had a flashback of Chris for a second. It sounded just like something Chris would say. So weird.
It's actually an AI version of me. It wasn't really me.
I have a suggestion before we stop talking about the commercials. Nick, instead of having promotions, you should have homotions.
Oh, our homotion of the week.
Or maybe you just do that with your husband. I think that feels kind of cool. Yeah, maybe not with your business. I think that's kind of
yeah. Maybe I'll keep
taste.
that. I'll just keep that in the bed.
And maybe like for Valentine's Day though, like here's a homotion for head in the hot tub.
we do have gills.
Exactly. No harm, no foul.
So, okay, I'm glad we were talking about gay stuff, because this leads me to the next thing that I wanted to talk about.
I think it was me. I forget.
I mean, mostly you, but a little bit Chris.
I think it was one of us for sure.
Yeah, or both. So, what is it, Nick, about like the gays love the holidays? Mm-hmm. Like any holiday. Any holiday. Our go-to couple that we hang out with is a gay couple that we actually met at Halloween Horror Nights.
Humble brag.
What?
Nice little humble brag.
Yes, I have a gay because I live in Orlando, and yeah. So they every Halloween they convert their garage into a haunted house, and it's like smoke. Like I thought my house was like all decked out. No, it's like legit. But as I reflect, like every gay couple that I know, and gay couple, lesbian couple, whatever, they go all out for holidays. Uh-huh. So tell me, where does that come from?
I mean, we're all, I feel like, interior designers. By just coming out of the womb, you're like, I need to redecorate in here or something. I don't know. That's why get me out of here, and I want to redecorate it. So maybe that's where it started for me, at least. I don't know. I just, for the holidays, mainly Christmas for me has always been my favorite holiday. It wasn't Sean's favorite. So I always made Christmas a big deal especially when we got together, just because I wanted to make it special for him, because he didn't enjoy Christmas. It was just a rough time with working retail and his life and everything. Yeah. So for him, Halloween was his Christmas. So he always loved decorating for Halloween. So I feel like each year he takes over Halloween and tries to one-up me for Christmas. So it kind of
that's cool.
Kind of goes back and forth. So it's like Halloween, he goes all out. We had a nice village display this year that was in a coffin shelf unit that he bought. And nice. We have a Halloween tree that we decorate too with Halloween type ornaments. So we definitely went all out outside of the house. We had a lot of compliments this year too with our decorations. We don't have the cool lighting like you're going to be getting because we're poor. So we do have an LED light that flashes on the side of the house. We have two of them, so they can change colors. So it just makes the house light up outside. So we were able to keep that up for Christmas this year now too. So now it's red versus purple. So yeah, and then for Christmas, I have a little tree in my office right now that's decorated with my sandpiper ornaments from different trips or something that I've taken with the agency. Cool. So Sean
how big's the tree? It's probably huge. You have to fit all those.
This one's it's
bend over and I'll show you.
It's about as tall as Chris, so maybe 4 foot. It's 3 foot. So, so this one's actually a little tree. So I have that one, our main family tree, which has all the ornaments that Piper's made over the years now. We have a farmhouse style tree because every house here is farmhouse style, at least. We have a Disney tree. We have a Star Wars movie tree. We have a lot of trees here.
Do you have a tree for cool. Pride Month?
We thought about getting the rainbow tree that they sell.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. So we're starting to get more and more into Pride Month and making it bigger. So we finally put out a Pride flag, so we're proud now. after 30 something years.
Yeah.
So we finally got the new pride flag. I thought about getting the rainbow tree for pride.
I've seen that.
And they always
cool.
And they always have the mermaids, which Piper loves mermaids, but they have the shirtless mermen that I really want to get those ornaments. Now, thanks for the idea.
There you go.
That. And we like to decorate. So Halloween, we always put up Halloween around like the first week of August. So we try to follow Disney's policy of if it's okay to decorate at Disney, it's okay to decorate here. So why not?
That's actually
very true.
Yeah, part of your business, part of the business, right?
So literally a few years ago, we had trick or treat, and they delayed it 2 days because it was storming really bad. It was like the first time it's ever been delayed. So it came, I think, on November 2nd, and literally, I'm putting up a Christmas tree in the entryway to our house, and these kids come up to the door, and they're like, "Why is there a Christmas tree?" And I was like, "Why are you 2 days late?" I'm like, Halloween's over, people. So I don't know. It's just, and I feel like all my friends decorate. Our best friends they live 5 houses away. It's a gay couple. They're not really good at interior decorating, so.
Are you sure they're gay?
I don't know.
They need to be tested.
Big red flag.
Yeah. My gator is off on them, but
so like when people are driving, they're like, okay, yeah, that's the gay house, that's the gay house, like you can tell.
Yeah, like all my neighbors that we have a group text with like 4 houses, and they're like pissed off that I am already out decorated for Christmas for them. It happens.
Yeah, that's funny, Nick. Like 2020, I decorated for Halloween in like mid-September, and then I did Christmas like November 1st, 2nd, something like that.
I feel like that year everybody decorated early and just decorated for everything.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah, because you had nothing else to do. But I have to be like here in Florida, I can't go all out because September's still rainy. October can be rainy. And so it must be nice to be in Ohio where it like doesn't rain in October.
It rains all the time. Why can't you decorate? If you're buying outdoor decorations, they're designed for weather.
I know, but it's not just rain. It's like wind, and it's like hurricane weather. Like Hurricane Ian hit us on October 1st. I had to take down all of my Halloween decorations last year because they were up, and we're getting a goddamn hurricane.
We kind of a fun live stream, like a natural selection, survival of the fittest. It'd be a nice
it'd be a really cool Halloween display. It would look very like authentic, though. I feel
it's true. Yeah. All ripped and battered and stuff.
Yeah,
I will say there was one year, probably the same year, 2020, where
Scott, 2020 is a year that we had a virus called COVID, and a lot of people got what's called a vaccine. To help with that, so go ahead.
I got the vaccine. I thought it was steroids, but on Christmas Eve one year, and I think it was 2020. Like we got hit with this like terrible storm. Like the wind was like people's pool floats were flying across the street. It was insane. So we're running outside Christmas Eve, taking down our Christmas decorations. It was so depressing because it's the only time that I'm religious. I'm like, no, we've got to keep our Christmas decorations up till Three Kings Day, which is like the end of January or something, or the Epiphany. Or I was like, no, the Catholic Christmas doesn't end until like January 26th. So we got to keep it up through January 26th.
Three Kings Day is actually January 6th.
I was going to say, I feel like it's changed to January 6th now. So
yeah,
because I've never heard of that holiday. So,
Nick, how long do you usually keep your decorations up for?
Right around New Year's, probably.
Okay,
it just depends on the weather. If we get snow, I'll keep it up longer. Especially the outdoor decorations, I like to leave. I like to leave the lights up with the snow because it looks really nice.
Oh, I'm sure.
But the inside I'll start taking down usually right after New Year's.
Yeah, if my wife had her way, it'd be like December 26th, 27th. Everything would go down. I'm like, give me till January 2nd. Like, like January 2nd is like pretty much the end of the theme park holiday season most of the time. So I'm like, you got to give me till January 2nd.
Yeah, and we have tubs in our basement for Valentine's Day. We got St. Patrick's Day. We have Easter, which I still don't even know what that holiday is. So we just throw up eggs and stuff to decorate. And then we have our Pride decorations too. So we pretty much have decorations year round.
Wow. So nothing for St. Patrick's Day?
I said St. Patrick's Day.
Why did you hit there? Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay. I missed it.
That's like our favorite drinking day. Like the gays love St. Patrick's Day. Just it's an excuse to drink. So
do you put little green food coloring in your beer?
No, the gays don't drink beer. We have Tito's.
Appletini's.
we have Tito's and vodka. Remember?
Tito's and vodka.
Tito's and vodka.
But do you swallow food color? Never mind. That joke is so bad I can't even do it on After Dark. So Future Scott, cut that out.
Oh,
it was going to be
I'm getting
cum turning green. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow. I don't think that's how that works. Actually,
well, you don't see it when it's in the back of your throat. And soon.
Maybe I will leave it.
Okay. I think I remember who the gay one on here was now. I think it's coming. I think it's coming to me now.
It's all coming back to me now.
Oh my God. I will not try to one up that joke.
Well, do you guys decorate, Chris?
Oh yeah,
Sure.
yeah. So okay, actually, this sucks because Emily was a month behind on our new friends, but she skipped forward and wants me to give her the cliff notes because she wants to be a current. So I'll be talking to her about stuff and she's like, no spoilers and stuff like that. So because she genuinely likes listening to the podcast, so now she will hear this. I was talking to, I forget who I was talking to this about today, but just like you and Sean, my holiday is Halloween and her holiday is Christmas. And this year we decided, like, listen, I'm going to do all the decorations for Halloween, which I, went nuts on. I did like my little Haunted Mansion window, got all the...
When you say you did the decorations for Halloween, your mom did it for you, right? Because you couldn't walk.
I plead the fifth.
Or they're just like they were all on the ground.
No, well, that's the other. No, I kid you not.
You can only see them from a drone.
I kid you not. I put this LED strip on my driveway and I rode down on my knee scooter, like with the little spikes, putting them in, and then to hang the bulbs because I still wasn't walking. Then I had this claw. I there were these hooks up there already. I was hanging the hooks. It took me like 20 minutes to put each bulb on because I kept dropping them. And so I actually painstakingly did it myself. So Christmas is her thing now. She's so tired all the time. I have no idea. And I don't, so it's like, damned if I do, damned if I don't, because if I just go ahead and put the stuff out that she bought, it's like, she'll probably say like, no, I wanted to put them out. But then if I don't do it, then maybe it'll be like, well, why didn't you ask if I needed help?
Well, why don't you have a conversation instead of either not doing it or
she'll just listen to this next week.
Yeah, when she listens to this, then
then the conversation happens.
We'll cross that bridge.
You've spawned a conversation.
Yeah,
You're
there we
welcome.
go. Thank you. I think this was a nice intervention. So so we'll see.
Emily, welcome back after you paused this episode to have the discussion with Chris.
So also, Emily, if you didn't listen to the commercials, please rewind it by about 10 minutes.
You know what's funny? Christmas was always like my holiday. And once I moved into this house and Halloween became this big thing in our neighborhood and the decorating possibilities, then Halloween became my favorite holiday to decorate. But like, it's kind of, I do the outside for both Halloween and Christmas, and then Rachel does the inside. And when I say like, we don't really do anything on the inside for Halloween, but for Christmas we do. I mean, the way we decorate our house for Christmas, it's like what is on cookbook covers. Like, we've got the staircase with the white, the white bars and all that. And we've got the the holly going down, like the green garland or whatever with bows, and the stockings are hung on the staircase. And then we have that bookshelf that's all decorated. We've got that fake fireplace and
It's
all
like
that.
Melania
so she
Trump's
does a really
White House. You ever see those pictures? It's like
yeah.
Yeah. Just white everywhere.
Yeah. So it's beautiful. And so she does she does the tree. Her mom and her always pick out the tree on Black Friday.
a real one, a real tree.
Yeah, but I think this year we're gonna get an artificial
Fake
because
ones are so much better.
Mm-hmm.
I know the real ones are getting so expensive.
I know. How much are they up to? What are they up to? Like $80?
Like the ones that we would pick. Did you say 80?
Yeah.
No, like 300.
What?
Yes.
Did they have to ship them down there or something?
Well, yeah, we don't have
that's
Christmas
true.
trees down here.
Is that?
Well,
you guys
first of
have
all,
pine trees?
Not that you would use for Christmas trees. No,
Really?
it's a different type of pine. It's a real thin pine. But we don't go to we either go to like Lowe's or Christmas Tree Farm. But yeah, they're like super expensive. So yeah, we're considering getting a fake tree this year.
Yeah,
$300. It's like $300 for a fake tree.
I know.
That's
I know.
pricey.
Yeah, one. Yeah, right. I got the $20 one at like Black Friday of Target, and I was good for 5 years when I lived in the apartment. Jeez,
Right.
$300.
So I think
for one
that's what
tree.
we're gonna go with. Mm-hmm. But then I have my Christmas village, and like I've been collecting pieces from this Christmas village for 20 years, and every year I get a new piece. So don't do the math on that because it's not been 20 years. It's like 10 years because I have like 20 pieces. Because one of my sister's friends was selling their set, so I bought this whole set of like 14 for $100. So like it's a pretty. I think I'm up to like 28 pieces. I don't know. I'm up to a lot of pieces where it's now outgrown. Where like I don't know where I'm going to put it this year because it's outgrown where it normally would go.
Nick, is that a gay thing? Do the gays like the Christmas villages?
We have a Christmas village, yeah.
I
don't think all the gays do. I don't know if it's just us. Ours is a Disney Christmas village though, so we have all the Disney ones.
That's cool. So
Obviously.
Emily and I started this fun tradition a couple years ago. We started a Christmas village, but there's a Lego set. There's like a holiday Lego set that comes out every year.
Oh yeah.
So we buy that on
that's
Black
cool.
Friday and we build it together. And then we have we don't like the one that came out this year, so we're gonna buy Hogsmeade this year because there's because it's got the snow and stuff, so it'll fit right in with the other stuff. But I feel like you need a little Christmas village in your house somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like that's what kind of helped start Sean's love of Christmas. Is my mom kind of started him on it, and now every year I feel like she gets us a new one. We ran out of room. We haven't put it up the past couple of years just because it's been too much work with Piper growing up, and we didn't have the space for it because we wanted to put it in the basement. The basement wasn't done, and we finally have that part done. So we're planning to put it up this year, but we'll see.
That's cool. If you want to see my Christmas village, it's on our TikTok, no.new.friends.podcast. I actually have a video up there of my Christmas village. So if you wanted to see
it was
that.
Rachel's, to be completely honest with you.
Rachel's TikTok?
No, definitely
Oh,
not.
the Christmas village?
Yes, yeah.
No, it's mine. It is 100% mine.
Yeah. Like shocked, but not
now, like
at the same time.
She's gotten me pieces over the years.
Can I buy?
and now
can
it's
I
like
buy
my
you
mom-
a piece?
Yeah, sure.
At Walmart, they sell a Walmart one.
My daughter got me one. I already had one piece. She told that story when she was
I forgot
on.
about that. Now I'm remembering. Yeah, because I see it there. I'm like, this is the funniest thing ever.
It would be the one piece that I wouldn't put out because every year I have to make a decision of what goes out.
Right.
Like, can I put everything out? It would be the one thing that I wouldn't put out, but I can't because my daughter gave it to me.
It's the most Florida thing there, too. Like, it makes it a Florida Christmas village.
I need a Hess truck and then I'll know it's Yeah, I'm getting to the point where like I know my mom's going to get me a piece every year. So it's like I tell my wife because my wife started getting me a piece and I'm like, It's like, get me, I need more people. I need more animals.
Give me like a lamp or something.
Accessories. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Give me a lamp. I'm like, I do want a moving piece. And someone bought me like the Walmart village pieces. So they're not, scale is important to me.
Mm-hmm.
Scale is important to me. And if I get something that the scale doesn't match, I'm like, nope, I'm not putting it up. The scale doesn't match. I can't. the scale has to match. Like the people have to be the size that would fit into that door.
Right.
Like I can't have bigger people. I'm like,
Yeah,
"Nope,
it doesn't make
doesn't
sense.
work.
Nope, doesn't make sense. Now
Yeah.
it looks like Game of Thrones, like the battle at the wall or something with these giants attacking the Christmas
Right.
village.
Exactly. All right. So as we're approaching we're in the holiday season. I mean, as you're listening to this is Blackout Wednesday. Chris,
that's
Blackout
right.
Wednesday is for the
I
for the
never went out.
hospitality industry.
Yeah, I never
like
went out.
it's the one. Typically, Thanksgiving, all the restaurants are closed. Most restaurants are closed.
Right.
So it's Wednesday night is the one night that hospitality or restaurant employees don't have to get up and go to work the next day. So it's Blackout Wednesday.
Oh, that's
And-
interesting.
Yeah, typically, the restaurants will close a little bit earlier on Wednesday, so like it's not super late. I mean, that was the one time that all of the managers that I worked with, we were able to go out because
Well, it's one of the
Weird.
busiest drinking nights of the year too.
yeah, it's why it's
like
Blackout Wednesday.
When
yeah.
I worked in the beer industry, it was insane those nights too. And we have a big party every year here at one of the gay bars too. So, and it's always
Oh,
the eve of Thanksgiving, and it was always the biggest party. It was the bars could stay open a little bit later, so the guys
That's cool.
The guys do it big on the holidays.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I love the gays. Well, I love the gays all the time, but I love how the gays do the holidays. But listen, we would love to get pictures sent to us of what your decorations look like. We'll put them up on our website or our Facebook. Just send them to me, nonewfriendspodcast@yahoo.com, or tag us in them on the Facebook or the Instagram, because all of our links are right there on our website, nonewfriendspodcast.com, and you can just follow us and tag us in your holiday decorations. I'd love to see them. I get into it. Be safe. In the days of Uber and Lyft, there's no reason to be drinking and driving. None whatsoever. Oh, unless you went to Hollywood Studios. Be safe, and you know what? If you want to decorate like a homo, decorate like a homo. Okay? They love the holidays. We love the holidays. Be yourself.
We like it big.
And yes, make it big. And take care of yourself and each other.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Merry Christmas, I think now, actually.
Happy
It's Christmas.
Kwanzaa.
Well, no, it's Blackout Wednesday, so it's
Oh.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Wednesday.
Yeah, tomorrow is
Oh, wait.
Thanksgiving for
Is it
anybody
Sunday?
listening right now.
What day is it?
No, it's Wednesday. It's
Oh,
Wednesday.
yeah, this is Wednesday.
Earth Day.
Yeah, so it's Wednesday before Thanksgiving. It's not Earth Day. Earth Day's in April.
It's every day.
Should we decorate
I
for
don't
that
know
now,
what you're
too?
We should.
We should decorate for Earth Day. Dang it. Just toilet
Green
paper
for the
house.
environment and red for patriotism. You just do red and green, Scott.
No New Friends After Dark has been brought to you by Sandpiper Vacations. SandpiperVacations.com. Just check out our website, nonewfriendspodcast.com. Become a friend with benefits. Check out our sweet merch and so much more. This has been a No New Friends Entertainment LLC production.